Welcome back to the Angry Man podcast with Jason and Greg. So Jay, this is one that we normally try to avoid, so I want to make sure that I choose my words carefully. But before we jump into this, I have to welcome some special people to our channel, and that's the people who are new to the channel. This is the Angry Man podcast on Sports Media, where we're always dropping boxing related content, whether it's fight breakdowns, documentaries, commentary. We do it all here. You won't find anyone that does it better than what we do here on AM Sports. So make sure you become a subscriber. And if you are a normal patron of the channel, make sure you smash the like button or the dislike button. If you don't like the content, but I'm quite sure you will enjoy the content, make sure that you are engaging. Jay, this is one that when you sent it over to me, I cringed because I felt like I knew we had to do a video on this, but we have in the past, to a large extent, always tried to avoid the personal lives of fighters. And in
Exactly.
certain situations where we've seen, personal things happen, not only with fighters, but also with coaches, we didn't comment on them because, quite frankly, they were non-boxing related, right? Meaning they did not affect the outcome of a fight. They did not affect the potential of a fight occurring or anything of that nature. However, this situation is quite different. Gervonta Davis, to my understanding, based off of the information that you sent me earlier today, has been arrested. He was arrested on, listen, you know what? I'm not going to go into what he was arrested on. You guys, if you're interested in understanding what he was arrested on, go do your research. We're not going to talk about that there because this is personal life. But it's a serious enough charge where he could be shelved as far as I'm concerned. Now we understand that, is innocent until proven guilty, period. But there is a history of having, tumultuous situations in his life. And this is just another one that, can derail a fighter. Now, this whole situation, maybe it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things. Maybe additional information is going to come out. Maybe this will end up being a nothing burger. But as it stands right now, when you think about where we currently sit today on July 11th, and potentially a fight is supposed to occur in August, yet we have not heard an announcement date yet. And there has
hmm
been rumblings about there potentially being some challenges with this fight moving forward. You have to wonder because, quote unquote, based off what I'm understanding, this situation occurred a month ago. A month ago.
Yeah.
So is it possible that, the handlers of Gervonta Davis understood that this situation was looming and that potentially that this could occur? And that is the reason why we had not heard of an announcement of a fight.
hmm
So those are just the dots that I'm connecting. I'm not saying that that is true. I have not asked anyone. I'm just saying, based off of what we're seeing today, this could potentially be something that is big in terms of Gervonta Davis, not only shelving him for a Lamont rematch, which I believe everybody was looking forward to. We wanted to see Tank go in there and prove the doubters wrong in regards to how he performed in the first fight. But Shakur Stevenson has said that he would be interested in signing with PBC potentially to make the Gervonta Davis fight. And I know a lot of us want to see that fight next if we can.
Yep.
So if Gervonta Davis is having a situation in his personal life, then that fight potentially couldn't happen. And even if the fight could happen, you would then have to wonder where is the mental state of Gervonta Davis as it relates to any fight moving forward. So Jay, I'm disappointed because I felt that Tank, had been a corner in regards to his personal life and that he had kind of moved forward and learned some valuable lessons there. Again, it's innocent till proven guilty. Maybe this ends up being a nothing burger. I hope that it's a nothing burger. But when you think about the fact that the fight has not been announced and Gervonta Davis is currently being held, um, and I don't know if there's a bond yet or anything like that. You have to really wonder where is it going to go from here with Gervonta Davis in his career. Jay, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, man. When I saw it, before I sent it to her, I read it over. I kind of did like a double take. I had to review it. I did a couple other searches to confirm it, and just wow, man. Just didn't see this happening, but definitely kind of collecting the dots can make sense why there hasn't been an announcement made. I mean, I know they have another fight coming up next weekend, pay per view with Pacquiao and Barrios, but you would think they could have used that to double it, double up on it. He's not going to take away from you. He's just going to put more eyes on PBC and what they got going on right now in the next couple of months. But I definitely wish all involved in that situation the best. You know, we don't want to see that for anyone. You know, that's why we don't talk about people's personal life, because we're not them. We're not there. Um, and we're a boxing channel. We're not one of those other things, you know, other people type of
We're not the
things,
shade
or
room.
levels
We're
of
not the
boxing,
shade room. Yeah.
room, TMZ. We're not all that. We're not none of that, you know. So we try to keep it strictly boxing. On this one, it's impacting this rematch on here. So like you said, it could show him, but most importantly, it's the mental aspect of it that's going to impact him. You know, even if it's a nothing burger, just to go through something like this, it's going to impact you mentally. You know, I mean, you know, I was just reading for what Lamont Roach had posted. He's like, he wishes the best out of the situation as well. He don't wish this on anybody. You know, Lamont Roach still wants to fight and hoping everything comes out so they can fight. And all parties involved, just like I said, I wish the best for all parties involved on there in that situation there. But man, it makes me think about how, you know, in March when Tank got done with the fight with Lamont Roach, he was just like kind of different. Even up to that fight, he was just like, you know, I want to be done with this stuff. I want to get help. I want to be a better person and everything. So you can see the signs. He was saying it. He's saying he wants to be better. So we don't know what happened. We don't know if he's innocent or guilty, whatever it may be. You know, but he said that he wanted to be a better person. So I'm happy about that. But I definitely want him to continue that fight, being a better person. Hopefully everything comes out and it's a nothing burger. Everyone's okay, and he can continue his career because he's a dynamic fighter. You know, he brings people, he puts cheeks in seats. And it's a lot of potential fights at 135 for him if he got past Lamont Roach, to you mentioned Shakur Stevenson there. Then we know the young guns are there. He's still in and around the weight class. There's still Tio around that area. So it's a lot of potential there, but it's definitely depends on if he's on the shelf. It's going to impact that weight class, you know, because he was the driving force. He is one of the faces of boxing, whether you like him or you don't like him. The facts say he is one of the faces of boxing. So we'll see. Hopefully, news comes out sooner than later, and we can move forward with this for him.
Yeah, I hope so as well. I hope it all ends up working out the way that it needs to work out. You guys let us know what you think in the comment section in regards to this particular situation with Gervonta Davis. Hopefully, this ends up being a nothing burger and he can walk away from this and go to the next fight. That's what we all want. We'll see what ends up happening. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, AM Sports Media, and we are out. Oh, and by the way, this situation could create a total shift and rift at 135, one that we don't want to see.